Welcome back, everybody, to the WoodsTalk podcast. Yet another video podcast, and very excited. This is my second one of the day. This guest is a very good friend of mine. We met only a couple of years ago and clicked quite instantly. And she's great. She was on Late License with me, the critically acclaimed BBC sketch show. You might know her as Helen McMelter from the BBC comedy short sketches. And she was also in Belfast Blues. She in touch, very funny. Her name is Ruth CURRAN. She's waiting to come into the room. Let's see what the crack is with up the respective pillars. Oh ho ho ho!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you, darling?
I'm good. Yeah, thank you very much for doing the WoodsTalk podcast.
Not a problem. I'm all biz.
Can you hear me all right and all that jazz?
I can indeed, darling.
That's a good and a bad thing, I think, when you sound like me.
Sound like a country bumpkin.
If turf could speak. So, you know, turf incarnate, this guy. So I did a quick intro before letting you into the meeting room, but I was trying to think, as I have with everybody who's been on this in the video podcast, where and when I first met said person, and I remember fuck all, to be honest, in terms of everybody. Like couldn't Butler, Dave, just about with McCann, but with us, I don't know, because obviously I got to meet you very, very late in the, like, me doing comedy, which is weird because you've been on the scene doing, like, being in videos longer than I have. Yeah. But we didn't meet till 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
till 2 days on lockdown.
Yeah, in lockdown, social distancing, my dude.
Here, see the amount of people who are using social distancing picnics as an excuse to bring a half bottle to a park. Haven't seen mates in ages, so just thought I'd bring a wee half bottle and a wee slush. I
wonder if like fancier people are doing it, because it's clearly just fucking like poor tags that are showing up with like some random vodka called Wank Me Off or something. You don't see anybody going up. We've got truffle oil. Who's looking their bag tanned? That's my go-to for fancy things. You know what I mean? When I was in Hollywood earlier this year doing Shane and Dave's podcast, I've never felt like a bigger tinker. Just me down about Hollywood going, here lads, chia seeds? What the fuck? What's a chia plant? I didn't even know, like, can you buy a bunch of elderflowers? I don't fucking know, sir.
Yeah. Oh, but I think it was wherever, Shane's studio is. There's like a restaurant where you have to walk in before you go up the stairs.
Oh, wow.
And I got completely lost. And I thought there was nobody in the restaurant. And I was like, where the fuck am I? And so I goes, do you need a hand? It's like, no, I'm all right, love. Okay. Yeah. Turn back around again.
Yeah. It's so weird, like, because that seemed to be similar with me, where when I went to Hollywood, yeah, it was an evening and it was during the week, but there was nobody about. And I was like, did somebody tell someone that I was going to be arriving and everybody's scared of catching poverty? So I was just standing about. Like, it's actually quite nice too. I quite liked it. But I didn't know I didn't know what an elderflower was, so I felt out of my depth, because I just thought, is that an older flower? So it's like near it's like near wilted. Wilted flowers.
No, that's what they make. We put in a wee fancy gin.
Have you seen a lot of those picnics that you were on about? Like, because I've seen to get WhatsApp videos of people in the Royal at 5 a.m. going, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Blow up dolls or something.
I live on the Dunkirk Gardens, and as people might know from North Belfast, it's a shithole. So it was like 1:30 in the afternoon, and there was just a crowd of 15-year-olds with a boombox on wheels, just going, yeah. The strip is like.
How do you get a boombox on wheels? Just that they put it in like a trolley that they stole from Aldi or whatever.
Yep, and just trailed it the whole way up and just had a party as we were walking. They didn't even bother waiting to have a picnic.
They must be like ghosts of the past with a boombox. For fuck's sake, we've got Spaceman on tape. Spaceman, I always wanted you to go. It's like, get someone Bluetooth at least. You fucking.
When we fell behind, was walking about with his Walkman and just like, is this what we're doing here?
See you at the crossroads, mate. All right.
No, it's mad. Bro, you get some really cute ones. Like I went to the waterworks the other day, and there was this like wee old like friend, two wee old women had met and they made a wee picnic and they were sitting, but there was a group of fellas. So you know it's 2 meters distance, but they tried to see how many people they could fit within the 2 meters restriction. So there were about 14 of them like sitting on each other, just swallowing tins of heart, having the best time. Like, mate, that's not the 2 meter rule. It's not how many you fit in it. It's outside of it.
I wonder if you're going to see like just like one big bottle of Buckfast and then everyone around it in a circle with like really long straws.
Loving it.
You know, like the way the girls do when they're like in a nightclub. Sorry to bring back memories of a nightclub, but they're like just all of us put our handbags in the middle and we'll stand around them.
Just give it stacks.
Come out, ye black and tans. I don't even know that song.
Yes, going our shows, even though she's loving her life.
Just, she's my Bazzy. She's a princess. She's got herpes in her teeth from chewing all that dick.
That was the most disgusting visual I ever had. Oh,
I know, yeah.
Thinking, but I've started doing, I'm back to work. So I've been doing youth work outreach. So basically I have to go up into these big places with hundreds of fucking kids. Just swallowing. And like, guys, now, what do you think you're doing? The other day I went up and we were all meeting beforehand, be like, okay, where we're going. And I walked up to the Boney Hills. And there was a group of young people just sitting chatting or whatever. And I turned around and there was 2 blocked 40-year-old men in the park with a kid above all happening. I was like, would you mind moving on? Because we're trying to stop the underage drinkers. You're not really helping.
We're trying to play rounders here.
Yeah.
I seen something similar. When I took a walk with Lisa there on Sunday even. We walked just down to the Titanic Museum because walking's brilliant. Oh, I love it. Walking, especially when you're not actually going anywhere, you're just walking to go back to your house. Unreal.
And you know what as well is, do you know the way, because neither of us drive, so it's not like we've always not been walking anyway.
Yeah,
so
true.
Where we walk, I'm like, it's my only form of transport is fucking walking.
And I seen these 240, at least 40, sitting on like another wee bit that's got like all the names of the people who died in the Titanic. Just these 2 guys leaning on it. You know what I mean? Practically daddy wanking each other. Sitting with like white lightning or some shite cider, and I was just sitting like, why is it always the ugliest people that seem to get the top off? Where it's like we mix or old 40-year-old men who every time you see them, you're like, I have to defrost a chicken. It's so fucking rare. Get some piss booing on my butt back there, mate. Would you fuck's sake?
No, it's the lack of shame. I was up at a friend's house as well, and there was a couple houses store, and there was about 40 again within the social distancing of the 2 meters. It was like, how many can we fit into this tiny garden?
Yeah.
And not one of them had a top on, and one of them was actually in his boxers, just in his shorts, all like, and you're like, nobody wants to see that.
Like discount.
Put it away.
Calvin Klein's or some shit like.
Not even like pre-marked baggy briefs that were like 50 for 250.
Christopher's Cacks or some shit like that.
Cacks. That is a word people need to bring back. Cacks.
Cacks. Yeah, I always remember. I was told this about Belfast when I was a kid, having never been. But one of the like urban legends of Belfast around Strabane was that all these lads were going to like get a coach and go up to Belfast because there was a place that did really cheap underwear and it was called Maureen's Discount Cacks. And I don't think that's ever been a thing because like
no.
I've never heard of that. But imagine if they had went up expecting to get 19 pairs for 19p and just going, hey.
No, it doesn't exist. But why was that also a rumor? Why did someone think, you know what, someone's selling like under the boot kind of knickers, come on up and get them, lads. Double the way up the bus.
F strings. It's fucking, like, because the first time prior to actually moving to Belfast, here's some discussing, but the first time I'd ever met people from Belfast was when I was on holiday towards the end of secondary school, and when you go on the lads' holiday. And of course, you meet someone from Northern Ireland when you're on holiday. You know what I mean? I was watching once Champions League final in Istanbul, and the guy who's like one of the biggest pissheads in Strabane was in the crowd in Istanbul. Fuck it! Right? But we were staying in this like shite hostel, as you do in like a lad's holiday. Guys beside us were all Belfast, super like no original schmick. which is the name of my fragrance, right?
Oh my God, you must have a Taish when you're selling that.
Oh, for sure. And like just an ankle tag. And sing and sing Pretty Green Eyes. Yeah, that's just him stuttering. They always say every smick you speak to, like especially when they're off their head, like the either it's so weird that they either speak dramatically slow, where it's like a cassette tape that doesn't play at the right speed, or it sounds like they're going so quick it sounds like they're buffering. And you're like, what the fuck? But so these lads beside us giving us stacks on the drink all night, right? And they went out and they obviously brought some girls back, and you could just hear the fucking, right? Let's get to you could hear the fucking, right? And this is like, again, I'd never been to Belfast, but this was old school Belfast. This was when I was like 18, so 12 years ago. And all I hear from the room is a wee shit hostel, so the walls are really thin. All I hear from him is going, can I come on your face, love? Right? Right? There's more. I love how you ended with love as well. Like, I come in your face there, Fleur. Right? So he's like so obliging, isn't he? Like, can I? Oh, no worries. Right? So she goes, no, you can't. No, fair play. She's got taste, bucking a Belfast schmick and fucking Magaluf. Right? So she goes, no, you can't. And he went, well, fucking dodge this. Like he's got a super soaker for a dick. What the hell? Dodge
He
us.
sounded like a well-mannered wee boy up until that bit.
I fucking dodge us, love. Dodge us, pet.
Oh, Jesus. Stinking
I know.
bastards.
I know.
Stinking bastards. So, here, I just noticed your water bottle. Is that from B&M and it says H2O on the go?
Oh, bro, yeah.
Mate, that is I have that, and I have got red to filth the minute that I took it into my house.
Yeah.
Like, I have H2O on the go, milk bags. Love it.
It's class because
On the other. Well,
mine's kind of looks fucking ridiculous. I don't know if it comes across well on the camera, but one time I filled it with like, just diluting orange juice as a wee treat, and it's kind of dyed the wee straw thing. Because I was going, what is that? Did someone put hummus in my fucking thing? And Lisa's like, no, it's dyed from the thing. So, you know what I mean? So here, I love B&M. Some people slag it. Here, 11 quid would do you about a fortnight in Ireland.
19p for wee ramen noodles if you want to live like a student.
Here, it's like Witherspoons for lampshades. That's what it is. And Witherspoons is the Lidl for getting blocked.
Yes, that is completely true.
Where do you do your big shop at the minute?
I'm a little girl, or we've been going to the garages because there's a really great garage up beside my mummy which does like everything. There's a butcher's and all on it, a wee bit more expensive, but not fucking. You've no cheese. Yes, yeah. I don't want to be going on any. Nope.
Chicken Kiev, oh good.
That'll be crispy pancake for a Saturday night treat.
Yeah, the aperitif.
Gorgeous. Then you put a wee couple of potato waffles in your toaster, pop a couple of beans, bit of cheese. Gorgeous.
Do you know what blows my mind, right? This is definitely a 30-year-old boring bastard speaking. How come on the box of waffles they always have a fried egg on the waffle, but no one eats that? No one. I don't go out of a waffle and a fried egg. I'm like, did you really? Because I've never heard anybody do it.
No.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to set a trend. I'm going to TikTok famous.
Do it, just an egg and then do a wee dance while you're doing it.
Oh, are you on TikTok?
No, I can't divide it. I can't bring myself, like watching a couple and I'm like, okay, that's enough now because that one song's gone on over. But no, I just think my age, our age, it's for children. Like, leave it with the children. Very
pervy men, because even the stuff that like I don't follow a lot of people, but the stuff that's like suggested for you, it's got more hole than the Polo Factory. I swear to God, it's just hefty norks and hole, and that's it.
Yeah. It's too much. I do like a wee cute dog video or something like that.
Yeah.
It's too much. But realize I don't use social media that much. I am that person who's on social media, but I'm just watching your stuff. I'm not liking it. I'm not. I'm sure it's like class. And then like, or a 40-year-old man sure that someone's dogs went missing in Newry. I'm like, gorgeous. God bless them. They'd be looking very careful. But anything else, I'm not really doing it.
It's what is your like is your mum on social media?
She is.
What is she any good at it? Because it doesn't seem to be a real. Yeah, I don't think anybody's mum is.
No.
Why? Like
No.
Why though?
I think it's because, well, my whole favorite thing is the meme thing. So I'm like, when we really see this meme, and she's all, what's that? Is that your friend? Do you know her? What's this meme? She laughing at this? Is it a meme? I'm like, oh, God, see you later.
No. Fucking Lindsay Lohan, for fuck's sake.
Like,
she could be a million, no baller, like, no sweat.
Here, God love her. She's not a bit well. Have you seen those videos of her when she's like at the DJ box? She's clearly had 4 lines of ketamine and just thinks she's anyone. She's like this. She's or 4 strands of hair going, yeah.
Have you ever seen The Parent Trap? Fuck me. Because like my mom's terrible on Facebook too. Like, but she's got better. But see, at the start, she thought that everything on her news feed was directed to her specifically. Like it's still a so like she goes. Maureen shared a photo there of, you know, would you save a child in Syria by letting them live in your house? And she goes, I wouldn't even have the room. What do you cook for them? I don't even know what they eat. Would they take it? Would they like fried bread? Do they? My mom do
they like fried eggs on potato waffles? I wouldn't know what else to cook for them.
Yeah, it's a national dish of Nairobi, I think. It's just like she was just so stressed, going, just what are we supposed to do? I don't know what to put them up, but would there be a language barrier between Syria and Strabane? I know. Yeah, only on the weekends. I'm Asbury Paul. Ironbury Paul. Which is definitely, you've probably met someone called Ironbury Paul.
No, not yet, but I'm going to put it right there and someone will be called it soon.
Vidazade Deki. So you're saying you're actually back at work now with the kids and the boom boxes and the heroin and stuff?
Yeah, with all the main stuff. Well, we had been doing like online Zoom calls, which I'm still doing with like a couple of different agencies that we do, because so I'll have to tell you a story. It's fucking right. So
no pressure.
So I work for a UK based agency, and it's people in Cardiff, Manchester, London. Everyone has this project that all the young people create their own thing they want to bring into their community. So whenever lockdown happened, we all had one big massive group meeting. So it was like maybe 60 to 100 people on this Zoom call.
Yeah.
And it's everyone. It's about a guy from Brazil basically came up with it about wanting to change the young people's lives, and you give them a budget and give them this respect for the community. And the Brazilian guy came on and started talking about this project that he's doing in Brazil at the minute, and about the hard work and all this terrible time that they're having over there. But there's a translator translating everything he's saying, it's in Portuguese. And all you hear out of nowhere is it's like, and these children are down in the streets and this is happening and these people are giving their money. All you hear is, fucking France!
Why the fuck did that?
Because one of the wee people in our things passed on the message to one of their mates that were all sitting in the house. So they just weren't listening to what was happening. Just this fella talking to fucking Fred. Be more disgusted. Oh, it was awful. Jeez. It was awful.
Oh, it's like the Nolan show lives on in spirit. I tell you what.
And you just saw us going like this, going, we just have to pretend with paying attention to
that. That's a big thing on TikTok. Just loads of lads from Belfast like dandering about. This is like obviously pre-lockdown, and just being like, look at all them over there, like with coffees now, fucking Fritz, and you're like, what's gay about that?
What's gay about it? What is it? I don't get it.
That's madness.
It's complete madness, but that's been happening. And then I've been doing like other Zoom calls and stuff with them, and then I just started outreach there on Friday, so it's going okay. It's
when did that actually kick off? So you were basically out of work until this came back for you?
Yeah. So I was able to do stuff on internet, but I was furloughed from everything, and then that sort of came back. But see, to be honest, I'm kind of enjoying it a wee bit. Like certain days I'm like, I don't want to go back to work.
Yeah, fuck it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't to be doing in this house.
I'm going to do the gutter and fuck it.
Good time.
Getting on a Monday. I don't know. Like, I think like, would you say overall the lockdown has been a good thing in a weird way? You know, it's a shame of why it came about, but do you think it's a good thing for you personally? I suppose because you're just a new aunt and stuff as well. Was it difficult that way?
Yeah, no, it was pretty shit, and also because it happened like 2 weeks before my 30th birthday, and I was supposed. Remember, I met you in
That's
the town
right.
with
Yeah.
Daniel. I was
Yeah.
supposed to be going to America for 3 weeks traveling on a cruise, and
That's
that
right.
all got cancelled. So I was livid, and then
Yeah.
it was kind of like, and before that it all happened, I was working 5 different jobs, and I never had time to fart. Never mind flip and brush my teeth. So I was like,
Yeah.
I better chill out for a couple of weeks. Will be good. But it sort of got a bit tiring because you kind of try to find different things to do. So like, there's a guitar behind me that I think I picked up twice. Be like, I'm gonna be like clapping by the end of this lockdown. Literally, don't want that anymore. Just fuck out of the wall.
Purple rain, purple rain. Smashed it.
Yeah, literal.
You're a superstar. I think like it's good to be productive during this whole thing, but some people are just being like a bit too weird when like, you know, all these life hacks and all. We're like, I can make a dildo with a Brillo pad and hummus, and you're like, fuck off. You know what I mean? There's no need for that. Like,
nobody needs it. No, and I think as well, because people are bored, they're using social media more, which I never did anyway. But they make you feel guilty because, like, look what I can do. I have 4 kids, homeschooling them, and I can still make 6 loads of banana bread. And I'm like, I've sat here fingering myself a Watsits for 4 days. I don't know what you're talking about. I've achieved nothing.
Your TikTok would be fucking. What's it?
Do you know what I mean? But it's that sort of that bugs me. So if there's days where I'm feeling productive, it's grand. But when you're doing nothing and you just kind of go, I'm just going to roll with doing nothing today.
Yeah.
And you see Deirdre from 172's giving it everything, like the front.
Yeah, that can't learn Spanish.
They have, and it's the things like I stopped even telling people what it was like. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this because they're like, "What about that?" I'm like, "No, didn't even finish it. What about that?"
Even,
no.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Ventriloquism bullshit.
Do you know what I mean? Have you been working?
Yeah. I'm still working now, luckily, but I'm working from home. So I'm still on the same shift pattern and all that jazz, which is it's fine. It took a while to get used to because it was hard to be productive and actually give a shit because you're right next to your sofa and your telly and PlayStation and you're like, why
am I going to do anything?
Why would you know? But then, as you say, you see a video on Facebook and you're like, oh, that person's drew Che Guevara into his garden using the fucking lawnmower, and you're like, oh, good.
They're achieving all sorts, and you're literally doing nothing otherwise.
I suppose that's kind of a thing even before all this. So, like every so often, like you see, people your age, and they're like, "Oh, we're away on holiday," and you're like, "Again? How the fuck are you for? Like, even with a good job?" I'm like, "Why are you in fucking Kosovo right now? Why the fuck are you doing this, Wonga? What the fuck?"
This is the thing. Me and my friends were talking about this as well the other week. It's like people must be in skin loads of that. Like you walk up a Springfield Road and every third house has an Audi TT at the front of it. I'm like, hold on a minute here. I can't afford a bus ticket. And these bastards have an Audi TT, 2 hot tubs and a gazebo at the front.
Yeah, they're living the fucking here. Like anytime I watch like a lot of those Dole TV shows, like it's like 5-star and all that channel, and it's like Benefits Britain, Life on the Dole, fucking Nazis on the Dole, or whatever the fuck. Like all these mad Dole shows. Like people are like, I had to trade in my mobility scooter for a ton of beans or something. And you're like, so good beans, but I can't walk. Happy days. Like real mad shit. But anyone who's on the Dole in those shows, massive telly and loads of drinking fags. And I don't smoke, but I know they were dear when I was fucking young enough to get into it. And then I remember even the tail end of me leaving Centra, they were fucking dear, and there was no 10 packs. You could even get like places in Strabane were doing like single fags until a couple of years ago.
Serious?
A guy he's got the caravan shop because he turned his caravan into a shop, and he was doing single fags still a couple of years ago. So
Jesus, I should have done the free fag run. It was straight. I've had to give up. I'm on the vape now.
Because... you're a vapist. Happy days.
Don't say it too loudly.
What flavour have you got? Potato waffle?
No, crispy pancakes with a side order of beans.
Katsu curry.
No, I've got menthol in it and I'm addicted. I've only been off the smokes for about a month now, but I had to. They're too dear. Don't sell menthol anymore. And it's mental how people can afford it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is it not your
$12.50
$12.50 a packet of fags?
Yeah.
And what's the crack with the vape? Like, do you have to get the wee oils and all that shit?
Oil's $2.50 and it lasts you about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
How do you charge it? Just in your Xbox or something? That blows my mind. They're like, it's better than smoking. And you're like, you're charging it in the fucking side of your laptop.
I know. Well, here, it's really not good for you. Like, I burnt the whole inside of my nose because of the vapor coming out of it. Attractive.
Serious?
I know.
Worth it though. But it's not Regal Filter, so fuck up.
I know. I had to stop. They weren't selling my fags anymore. Super Kings menthol.
So what else was I going to ask you? So I take it you can't see much of the farms, but as I say, you are a pretty new aunt as of when was that? Because
6 months ago.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's
she's
mad,
4 months now. Or so she was born on the 4th of December. So it'll be 6 months next month, but she's class. We went up and seen her, when was it? Last week. And she's just massive. She's just a fat Michelin man roll. And she's just happy. Just like this.
Yeah. Happy days.
She's great. She's so good. Laura's delighted with her. Stevie's delighted. And it was really hard at the start because like we would go and see each other, but we'd all stay in the car and you couldn't obviously like lift her and hold her and stuff, and it was shit.
Yeah. I suppose you have to adapt, really, don't you?
You do, and everyone's had to do it. And then like my mum, because she's older, she really stayed in and stuff, so never really got to see her, but didn't really bother me. But my brother lives in London.
Yeah.
So I never see him anyway. But his apartment is a shoebox, like it's tiny. And he couldn't leave that for like 3-4 weeks at all. Couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Fuck, that'd drive you mad.
I would drive, like my apartment's pretty big, which is great.
Yeah,
there's a lot of space about.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to be a bit nuts, so I couldn't imagine what it would be like if you're in like a wee tiny box. Not being able to
What else have you actually been doing then to sort of fill the days? Did the job come at the right time, do you think? Or
it did, because I would have like Zoom calls like 3 times a week, twice a day to check on my young people. Yeah. So you kind of got like a mark to get up at, and then so like up at early in the morning, do a bit of breakfast or like sing and dance. I like to do like a wee imaginary shows in my head. So got really obsessed with Homecoming, Beyonce. So got like a full routine ready for my concert whenever this lockdown stops.
Class.
Do Beyonce. Love it. And then just my girlfriend, she lives here, so she's been working from here, from the office.
Right.
I got a bit of company, which is great.
That's good. Being by yourself must be tough going, like for anybody that's in that situation.
Yeah, couldn't have done it. So that's been amazing because we've been able to hang out, and I've been able to cook dinners and stuff like that. But I've really struggled with not drinking. That sounds like I'm an alcoholic.
Thanks for coming on the podcast. Chat to you later. Because but that seems to be a real thing though. People are either seriously pinting or they're not. You know what I mean? It seems to be really all or nothing. Like I've had a few the last couple of weekends. Mm-hmm. But because I know what I was going to ask you. Like, have you been fully blocked since the lockdown came in? What do you think is the difference between being out and being blocked and being house blocked?
House block's a different standard, because you've no one to tell you no. You've no cutoff point. You've no one going, no, you can't have that, or like taking it away from me. It was one night. It was my girlfriend's birthday, and we had like a Zoom party with everyone, and it's a really weird experience because when you're at the computer, you're kind of like, this is great. There's loads of people here, and then when you go to the toilet and then come back and there's no one here, you kind of feel you went a wee bit mental because you're like, was I not talking to loads of people?
Yeah.
Where did they all go?
Just been shouting at a screen.
Yeah. So we had like a party here, and the state of the place, there was only 2 of us here. There was bottles of booze, there was glasses, there was cake. I was like, how many people were in there? Just trashed.
Do you think there's a difference as well between like day drinking in the house? Because obviously day drinking in general knocks your bollocks in, but like anytime I've been day drinking, it's like a different drunk where you still have all the same sort of characteristics of being blocked. But see me, I just forget how to do anything. And then here's the thing, random things come into my head. I remember the last time I was day blocked, which was a fair while ago. Yeah. And it's always that thing, you're blocked during the day and you've been drinking in a bar that serves food and you've not had fuck all, right?
Yeah.
So, like you've been in Spoons and they're like, there's an app and you still didn't get anything. You just had 19 fucking vodka and whites.
fucking white stick.
Yeah, you could have got a roast dinner for £3 and didn't bother your whole. So this is how my mind works. I came home during the day full, and I was like, I'll have a shower and have a wee coffee and sober up. I didn't need to sober up, but I didn't like being day blocked. So I was in the shower, and then I remembered that Lisa was like, can you be more careful because you're leaving the floor very wet when you get out of the shower? So I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll dry off before I get out of the shower, right? Dry myself off. And that's a fucking diamond idea. But because I was day blocked, I was drying myself, but didn't turn off the shower. So it took me about an hour and a half to go like, I was going, this isn't working well at all. Like the shower's still on, you fucking gee bag.
With a damn towel. Oh, Jesus. I haven't day drank. No, I wouldn't be thankful for it. Yep, but I think tomorrow will be the day, if it's a day like that. And my friend Gordon, I don't know if you've met Gordon.
I don't.
Drag Queen Trudy Scrumptious.
No, I would remember that. Like,
no.
if I had met him, I would remember that feature about him. If he had went, yeah, he wore a blue T-shirt, I'd be like, oh, Trudy Scrumptious, oh. Yeah.
I am.
Does he do? Where would he do stuff? Is that like Boombox and Maverick and all? Would he be? I've heard that name before.
He's Union Street. So
oh yeah, that's the place I meant. Sorry,
yeah. Yeah. Here's Cabaret, and then a Monday night and a Thursday night in Union Street.
Class.
So he has a big pool out his back. So I think tomorrow will be the day that I will venture down to that and make a little bit of syphilis soup in the bathroom.
I'm writing that down. That's the name of this episode. You spell syphilis? Is it SYP or S? I don't know. Syphilis.
I don't know. Ask the doctor. I have no clue.
Better than Campbell's, anyway. I tell you what. Do you do karaoke a lot when you were working in Union Street?
Oh yes.
Chat to me.
Well,
what are your go-to tunes?
Gangster's Paradise. All day, every day. I know it word for word.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you know yourself. Fucking Baltic.
Yes, that is me. So,
Gangster's Paradise. What else?
Paradise. Anastasia. Oh, well, Anastasia, but I have to say fancy. Anastasia, I'm all out of love.
Set me free. Yeah, what's that about? Like, did she audition for Pearl Jam initially? What the fuck's that about? Show me the way, leave my life again.
Don't be slagging. She had cancer. That's not nice.
She had what?
She had cancer.
Did she? That's not my fault.
Do you know, I love doing that, make people feel bad. She was sick.
She had a verruca, you know. Good athletes do it. I'll cross the flaps.
Oh, stinking. But no, yes, we used to go out whenever we worked in Union Street. We all partied like 5-6 nights a week. So we were down constantly just putting our wages back into the till because you got a free drink whenever you sang. So it was kind of like, let's all be gypsies and just go down with a tenner and just get up and sing 55 songs in a row and get a Sambuca. It was brilliant.
Unbelievable. Because I was there. Do you remember the night it was me, you, and Dave and Shane were all there? It was Shane's birthday a couple of years ago. Remember they sang "Take That," and they were both trying to be Gary Barlow badly.
Yep. Yeah. Badly, and they were bad at it.
Very bad. But you couldn't tell them that because that would ruin their lives.
No, break them down in emotions. But Dave was great. What do you call him? Robert Brown was working, and he loved Dave because he loves a bear. And Dave, the epitome of a gay man bear. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Like if he, you know what I mean? I didn't know what I was going to say there.
Do you know what I
mean? Sometimes you go, you know what I mean? You're like, I fucking do. You know?
I do.
You know, you're a lot of things, but you're not wrong. Oh man, it's such a weird time, because I remember when we did last meet, you were outside Sawyer's, and you were on the phone sorting your holiday cancellations and all that shit, and you were like, oh, it could fucking go mad in the next couple of weeks, and then it fucking did.
It did.
Psychic Ruth.
It's mental. I know. I had the insight. Psychic. Look at my ball.
Yeah. It's fucking weird. But the question I keep getting asked now by everybody is like, even though I don't really agree with the question really, because I don't think the question I always get is, what are you doing as soon as the lockdown's lifted? Which is their way of going, are you going to go to fucking Maggie Mae's, Lavery's, blah, 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 even though it's not really going to be like that. Like, and even if it was, I don't know if I would go straight back into anything. So like, what do you reckon? So say it's the lockdown's lifted now. What do you reckon your legit plan would be?
My legit plan is because I've already thought about this, I'm getting a bubble machine, a fog machine, and I'm opening up my doors, and I'm going to have the biggest party in my house for anyone to come.
Tremendous. That's unreal.
It. Everyone bring their own drink, bring their own food, and just have a big massive party.
What a host. Bring your own drink, bring your own food, but I've got bubbles.
Just
sing Anastasia there. Yeah. I can't tell you the last time I was at like a legit house party, you know. I miss them.
I love a house party, but what me and my sister were talking about this the other week, it's like everyone's a wee bit weird now. Like generally socially is awkward. You don't know how to interact. Like we went for a social distance barbecue with my friend's house, and she has twins.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting out with all the, and nobody knew how to have a conversation for the first half an hour. I was like, so what have you been up to?
Yeah, because it's like even doing this is weird because trust me, to start doing video podcasts during all this, but like, that's why I'm sort of talking more so about like past stories, because it's hard to go. So what have you been? It's like, do you remember back in the day, MSN Messenger?
Yeah.
You would go like, "What's the crack?" And you would go, "Not much. I'm just sitting on MSN Messenger, talking to you, you fucking tube."
Well, you probably in school 45 minutes before. You're like, "Are you up to?"
As if I was a walk back. As if like you're going to say something mad. No, it's always just going, well, I left you at school and now I'm home and now I'm talking to you again and I've got toast. You know what I mean? It's hardly going to be like, oh, well, since I last left you, I'm on horseback sucking dick. Like, it's never going to be anything. I'm in the Galgorm here. The back waxed. Did you see a while back, me, Shane, and Aaron Butler went to the Galgorm together?
No.
Did you not? We were booked for a gig in Ballymena to 25 people, legit. And Shane was like, "Is there anywhere we could go for dinner en route?" And there wasn't really anywhere that wasn't actually just pretty much in Ballymena. So Aaron was like, "Well, we could just go to the Galgorm for the crack." No, but he was only joking because it was like the day before and it was never going to happen. Yeah. So we were laughing. But meanwhile, Shane was on Instagram PMing them. And he was like, could we like just pay for like a day pass? It's just we're going down for a gig, and it's just like a last minute thing, so all good if not. But they were obviously, because of Shane's sort of presence, they were like, "Oh, just come down."
No,
he was like, all three of us are like, yeah. So we got down and we got like a complimentary use of the spa.
You should be bastards.
I know. Did you not see that? We went flat out on their Insta documenting it. We were got the sauna, like we had a wee robes, had a wee gin in the robes, and then went to the fucking Fratelli for a bite to eat, and me and Shane shared a carafe of wine.
Used two fruity bastards.
Yeah. Well, we fucking fruits. I'll never get tired of it. Fuck. It's just like anybody in Belfast who chooses to use them words, it's always for the most trivial thing that's got nothing to do with anything.
It doesn't make sense. We were another time it was used. I was on one of the calls today, one of the young people, and we were talking about what's happening in America, and all. He's like, "I know Donald Trump's a fucking fruit." To bring a man down, just fucking frick.
I'm trying to see if I have a photo from the Galgorm. I'm pretty sure I do.
Really?
Of, me and the guys in the pool. I don't know if this will come out particularly well, but let's see for.
I haven't got my glasses on.
I don't know if
Oh, it does. Look at you today.
Doesn't that look like a Blur album cover?
It does.
It really fucking does too.
So you didn't have to pay a penny of that. You just went and just had the best time.
We pay for like the food and stuff, but the actual spa, no, it was all complimentary. So we're in the
Amazing.
dandering about in the wee robes and because I haven't been to a spa at all like in a while. Like I went and got a massage once, but even like, did I ever tell you about the thing I seen in the hotel I got married in has a spa? And when we were down, like prospectively booking it, they say like we've also got a spa, and they give you like a wee brochure and a wee walk around. And they had this thing, and it was only because Lisa's mum asked what it was, and she was like, "What's a vajacial?" That's a real thing. That was a real treatment. It was like €40.
What is it?
It's a facial of the vagular area. Vajacial.
Are you sure there wasn't like a happy ending sort of mix in that one?
And Donegal.
Need to make the money somewhere.
Fucking change my money for this.
Your website.
I'm googling it right now. Vajacial.
I've heard of a vajazzle, but not a vajacial. That kind of say what it was.
It's also one of the suggestions, vajacial kit. So I assume that's if you want to do one in the house.
Yes, we're lockdown. You can give yourself a good week go over.
Just pour some beetroot in the lunchbox. A vajacial treatment is a spa treatment performed on the vulva. Treats ingrown hairs, removes dead skin, smooths bumps around the bikini line, prevents acne, and helps with hyperpigmentation, all to maintain healthy and hydrated skin in the vaginal area. Vote for Rory Woods, MLA.
Hotel Center.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's...
the merchant don't offer those kind of facilities, so it's a bit strange that some wee ones out of Donegal is.
Yeah, the pioneers, I think.
It's just some fella with a brick of turf just rubbing it on her.
It's just more so her grinding on it. No, it's like a tire swing, and she's just... I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's just like they cover the banister of the stairs in gammon and and just let you slide down it.
You have an option for a pineapple ring if you want. No one knows.
Put some fried egg on my blue waffle. That's a real thing, hey, vajacials, Jesus Christ. But I'm just thinking, if that's a spa treatment, and that must be reasonably popular, usually most spa treatments, you get like mobile hairdressers, and you can have someone come out to your house and give you a massage or whatever. So if someone's going to come out and be like, here, Dervla, cacks off.
Got a sort of feeling. Got me extra wire, stingy brush for me today. Get them pots out too.
You don't have a spare Brillo pad, do you? Like a vegetable steamer. What are you trying to do? Slow cook it, you bastard? Cast iron pan.
Oh, I'm sweating. This heat'd kill you. That's me.
Yeah, because I can't even open the windows because obviously the traffic outside will interrupt the sweet audio.
Oh,
I tell you one thing that I was talking about with Shane actually today that I think this would be right up your street. We were talking about for the crack, if we all got together and we exclusively drank alcopops, like old school alcopops, and nothing else. So like, because I don't know, like what were those alcopops when you started pinting?
Blue Wicket, and I still drink it, which is disgusting because I'm 30 years of age. But a wee Blue Wicket, an Archer's
Aqua. Oh.
Archer's Aqua cannot beat.
Yeah, because there's obviously there's 3 WKDs, and there's the orange, blue, and there's a red one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And then there's do you remember Big Beastie? Do you remember that shit?
Big Beastie, yes. I do love the Big Beastie.
Oh.
I can remember when you used to go to the M Club on a Wednesday night and it was £1 a drink, and you'd get a double vodka, a red Wicket and a blue Wicket, and mix it all into one cup, and there you'd be found getting fingered in the middle of the dance floor because you hadn't got a clue what was going on.
Personally, I wouldn't know. I never went to. What's it called now? It's Alibi, isn't it?
What? Alibi? Yes, that used to be M Club.
It was M Club. I remember when I was a student, it was M Club, but it was always just like, it was just always rammed. Like we never tried to get in, but you just walk past it, and I loved it. Like I did see someone outside blocked, and he was saying, he went, M Club, there ain't no party like an M Club party. And I was like M Club 7, Jesus Christ. I loved that. I was like, I like this fella. You badass.
Made his own wee song for them, God bless him.
Oh, just maybe he was doing promo. I don't know. Like remember, like, have you ever seen anybody more dead behind the eyes than girls who used to do PR for Rain? Do you want a free 10 of this? If you wash it, I'll wank it off. Basically, just like,
awful.
Just fucking highlights with feet. That's what they were like. Just, it wasn't even like, you used to give you free 10s of boost. Then there was obviously that energy drink that was like, they were trialing out for a few weeks, but it would turn out like your eyebrows fell off if you drank it. Like, do you want a free 10 of fucking shark bollocks?
Like, no thanks, love. No thank you. Well, see, I was always friends with girls that were PR girls.
Yeah.
So I was always the one, like the ugly Shrek friend behind them all, being like, "Geez, need a hand?" Like, fuck off. No.
Can I take your coat?
Yeah. Me humping along with everybody else. But I can remember when PR girls also used to be able to do, there was a cigarette thing that they used to do. This is in the box when you were about 17 or 18. And you could still smoke in clubs in. And it was like, remember the old ice cream things that they used to sell at the front? Like, halfway through the cinema. I don't know why I'm walking like a bricklayer, but they used to come in.
Carrying carpets.
But they used to have the wee thing over them with the silly ice creams.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Come down with big things of Lambert and Butler, and you used to be able to buy like 20 decks for like a $5.
Stick them in a cone and are they class? I always like because I'd been, obviously I was more like a limelight sort of person, so I've been to the beach club once and didn't really like it, but it was more so that old fucking stupid thing of you can't bring your drink on the dance floor, even though it's in a plastic cup. I fucking hate that. And I've been to box once or twice, but the only reason I didn't really like it wasn't, I like box and club actually, beach club.
Yeah.
It was grand, like, but I just hated it because you're blocked and all you want to do is get home, but you're at the Odyssey.
Yeah.
So you're like, you almost have to get a cab or you're walking at least 40 minutes to get somewhere. So I was trying to fucking, we know the wee Indian that was always serving food.
Oh, I get lovely chicken pakora there, which was gorgeous.
Oh, it's so decent. I destroyed mine, and Lisa had half of hers, and she was like, "I don't know if I'll eat anymore." And I was like, "The big man will help you out, right?" So we were standing outside waiting, and the black taxi pulls up, and then the guy was like, "I'll take these, but you can't come in here with food. You're gonna have to bin that, because if we spill house sauce over the fucking back of the taxi, that's me out of work, and I'm not gonna get wanked off by Filipino ladyboys anymore." Whatever, and so when you're blocked and you think I'm clever, and what I did was I had like a beanie in the back of my jeans, like a beanie hat, because that was just style back then. It was like a fluorescent highlighter blue. So I was like, oh, no worry. So I walked towards the bin, but actually I didn't put it. I put the Indian with all the sauce in the hat and sort of held it like that, going, "You're a fucking genius." But again, because I'm blocked and I'm forgetful, as we found out with the towel, put the hat on, sir, and I just like a crown of pakora. Such a tube, like. What would you say is the most, like, just the most stupid thing you've done when you've drunk?
Oh, there's many.
Is there anything that actually just confuses you, where you're just like, I'm not even embarrassed, or I'm just confused as to how it came about?
It was one night. I couldn't. Like this is only a couple of years ago. Like, I couldn't figure out how to open my front door with my keys. I just couldn't figure it out. So I just slept out the front.
I've done that in my student house.
Not working. So I just fell asleep at the front.
You just don't have the coordination to get the keys in, like,
to be able to do it. But the worst one that I'd done, which was actually an injury, was we all go to Donegal as friends every summer, and I love it. I love being a centre of attention and dancing. And my sister had done the same beforehand, and she'd broken a glass.
Yeah.
And put it in cycling, and then I, of course, was up giving it Billy O, and I spun, and fell onto the broken glass, but I was that blocked. I didn't even realise what I had done, and put my hand into my trousers, and I ripped the bottom of my bum cheek open to about this much.
Jesus.
Didn't feel it. Couldn't feel a thing. Just was covered in blood. I was like, what's going on? It's not part of my hand. And everyone was like, bring her in. And then they had to get what do you call that, TCP, and just smear it all the top of my thigh, and
Jesus.
then just put a plaster on it. And then the next day I was like in agonizing pain. It was like throbbing. I was like, what even is this? Awful. I had to go to a pharmacy in the middle of Downings.
Is it the only pharmacy in Downings, I assume?
And there's nothing more awkward than having to put your bags down in front of a complete stranger. At the age of like 28, be like, I fell.
Did it fell on some glass, bro? Being in a small place, like a really small place, and it's the one pharmacy, that pharmacist must see some stuff. Like, if anybody in that small place comes in for like the morning after pill, we're like, oh, someone blew the beans in you. Oh.
I know, and especially because everyone knows each other as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it was probably the pharmacist who read you. I'll give you £1 off, sure. Say no to the worst
thing was, so then we went to Donegal the year later with the last summer, and I was telling everyone the story about this, but just continued to get completely blocked. And we ended up, we were like, let's go to a different part of Donegal. Our friend wasn't driving, and we were like, well, how are we all going to get there? He's like, just get into my van. So literal 15 gaggles of gays get into the back of a van like a pack of refugees and turn up at this beach in town and just be like, each one getting out of the back of this van, just doing loops. And continue to drink the continuous day, and then went pier jumping, completely blocked at about
Jesus.
half 8 at night. Yeah, that was the stupid thing that I'd done.
Is a gaggle of gays, is that the actual term for a group of gay people?
Yes.
A gaggle?
You think a wee geese, we gaggle?
Gives a gaggle. Isn't that fucking mad? You wonder like how it comes about, but again, as soon as you start drinking, you're done. Like, you're done. All sense goes out the window.
Pass the bat, and you don't even know what's going to be happening to you after.
But see, like at least that's a drunken story that is funny, and we're now looking back, you can laugh about it. But like it's even worse when you do something you're like, why didn't like there was a night. I live in Sandymount in Stranmillis, and the place next to us, like everybody was moving out, so the landlords were kind of gutting the place. So they put the sofa outside, and Sandymount's a one-way street, so we put the sofa in the middle of the road and rang a taxi, do a couple of doors up, and just watched the taxi man get out and be like, fucking sofa. But I actually stood for a while. It's like, how am I going to go get this fare? Because am I going to have to go lift the sofa? I was killing myself laughing, but it's not even that funny. But you know, at the time, they're just like, oh,
hilarious. Best thing
great.
Ever.
Yeah. Oh, I was saying, Dave, who was it the other day? I just want to chat flat out about drinking, but I think it was Dave. We were saying that the carriage you used to have when you first started drinking would almost kill you now. You know, like your tolerance definitely dips. I mean, like when you first started getting on it, what was like your typical sort of carry out, do you think?
Again, quite embarrassing because it's still what I drink, which is a 2 litre of Strongbow. A bag buster.
2 litres.
2 litres. 2 litres, and it was about, you got 2 for a £5, so you and your mate would have chipped in £2.50 each, and you got 2 litres each. And I would still drink that now. Well, I would drink a couple of pints worth, but that, or I would be able to drink a half bottle of vodka, but I couldn't touch vodka now. Not even smell it. But then
really? Is that like your one spirit that you're like, I can't do it? Mine's is rum for me. Any sort of rum. One bad experience when I was young. It wasn't anything funny. It was just like you drink too much and then you bulk, and you're just like, that clearly didn't do me any fucking favors. And I've stayed away from it ever since. Because sometimes people are like, I'll never drink that again. And then 2 weeks later, fucking yeah, fucking.
Yeah, fucking fair.
Fucking fair. I won't get over syphilis soup, by the way. I did not expect that. The fingering myself and eating Watsits or syphilis soup. The RUTH CURRAN story.
I'll be the tit in my book.
I love how, as well, the start of this podcast, we were talking about how you work with children, and then you're like, I just figured myself we watch it because I didn't have any Cheetos left. Like, this is going out in a public forum.
Forgot myself.
Oh, you didn't by any chance record that Zoom that you had with the guys going, fucking fits.
No, thank God. Thank God.
Did you see the video of the girl in Belfast that was going around various WhatsApps, hashtag Paddy McDonnell? And it was just a girl, like, just basically in an alley, just getting booked. And then she was like, aye, that was me. And she put up like fucking selfies and all going, aye, that was me. She gave him like a wee nosh, and then she just got, it was like a 13-second video, and they're just out in an alley behind the house in Belfast.
No, I have not seen this. Ridiculous. I did see your Shazzy Schenkel. She was roaming about for a while, and all the young people showed me those videos, and that was disgusting.
What's that?
So Shazzy Schenkel, some woman who's not actually from the Schenkel, but they just, because the Schenkel's, I don't know, a place that she was running about, but it's her just firing blowjobs out like they're fucking thruppence.
Going out of fashion.
Yeah, okay. One of the things was, it was disgusting. He was hitting her in the face with it, and then she was like, "Put up my fucking gob."
Brush my fucking teeth with. Actually, retake. Brush my tooth with, would you? That's fucking madness, huh?
Oh, stinking. Like, absolutely stinking.
Any sort of social media platform where if you just search hashtag Belfast, it's either someone just completely filthy, we're like, that guy's shitting and spinning around in public, or it's just like like and I love it. You know what I mean? Like it's like going on safari but cheaper.
Yeah.
Like, why go to Africa when you can just stay here and look at the fucking Millie wildebeests? You can just tell there's like a sale on in Primark before they even announce it. They can just smell the Crocs. I'm getting Crocs and a fucking lipsy dress.
Stop it, my chest hurts. I feel like I'm freezing here. Oh Jesus, no, wild, absolutely wild. But what was the actual original question that you'd asked me? I can't remember. Oh, you were saying about you.
How did we first meet? That's actually it too. We've talked for 57 minutes. I've one of the first asked, where did we first meet? I figure it out was I split my hole open and kill him eggs or whatever the fuck. That's fucking mad, huh? Because I think it would have been late license because you'd obviously done a few things because obviously you were in Nordy Shore was the big thing, wasn't it? Prior to late license and
FNT, Nordy Shore. Then I was away for a couple of years and then came back and done that and loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
Loved everything about it. We had a great time.
We did have some crack. Like that's why, like, to be honest, no critical bashings aside, you know, like we did it some crack just generally. Yeah. Like that day we were doing the shop stuff and it was just me, you, and Dave.
We had a ball.
That was funnier than the stuff we were filming. Swear to God.
It was. We had a great time, and I think because my friend got married 2 days beforehand. So obviously it was the wedding day, then the day after, rip, you know, you always have a rip the day after, it was like it's blocked behind. But then I was filming the next day and I had the same hairdo on from the wedding from 2 days ago. I was like, I'm gorgeous. Professional working for the BBC.
BBC. Because the first thing we filmed was at one of the wee charity videos where like you're walking too close to someone or some shit. I think it was
holding the door.
Was it?
Holding the door when you're holding the door for someone. I think it was that. Or
no, was it we filmed it outside Mark's house. That was the first thing I filmed for late license, anyway.
Yes. It was when you see your neighbours and you don't know what to do.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what it was. And then it was the shop around the corner. That was great. I've never rewatched it again after the first time I watched it, to be fair.
Same. I stopped after about episode 3. You know what I mean? Like I met I did a gig in the Empire with Kevin McAleer. Do you remember him and your man were like furloughed into it at one point? Because they were like, yeah, we need famous people in this. And then obviously he's so dour, and obviously because everyone knows now the uncle and Dairy Girls and stuff. Yeah. And he was just like, because I'd met him before, but it had been a while. So I was like, he might not even fucking remember me. Why would he bother? And he was just like, another late licensed survivor. As if it derailed. Kevin McAleer, who's one of the most acclaimed comedians in this country, going, I'll never work again. If Derry Girls wasn't the thing, I'd be away. But I don't regret it. Like, it was fucking mad crack. Like,
great time all around. Like, I think it was a podium or something put up, and it was also the goss of the thing, and even doing that, and then the day that we done the press photographs nods, it seemed like back in them they were brilliant.
Well, wasn't that was I remember that day very well because we did the photo shoot, but that was the same night as the rap party. Do you remember?
Yes.
But I remember that's the day I bought Lisa's engagement ring. Was that day?
Oh,
yeah, that's where I remember it. And then I went and got blocked.
Yes.
Yeah.
You bitch. It was your anniversary then, wasn't
it? Recently?
Yeah.
No. Well, we got married in September last year.
Was it Dave's?
I don't know what about Dave's was.
March? May?
No, he was married in like October, November, because then Shane was December.
I have no concept of time right now, like actual.
Yeah.
Like, what day is it? Julember? Like, no one knows.
Yeah, that's everybody online. We're just, is it Tuesday? Is it fucking Sabbath? I don't know.
No one has a clue.
Yeah, that's fucking mad shit. Hey? But yeah, thank you very much for coming on. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I've got another one to do. Now at 9 o'clock. Keep him busy.
Who's that with?
Tom O'Mahony. Do you know he's from down south? Tom the Bear. Used to be a cage spider.
No. I probably know him to see. I'm really bad with names. I'm better with faces.
He's dead on. He comes up to like do libraries not quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm going to do that with him. I've been flat out. I've still got loads more to do. So I'm launching this on Patreon quite soon. So I think all the video podcasts will be like weekly. So this will be, there's like the 6th one I've done. And if it's weekly, like between Tom and then Shane on Thursday and someone else, that's like 2 months worth of video podcasts to pump out, which is handy. So
amazing.
So, but again, in a couple of weeks, you can come back on and we'll have more natters. Absolutely. Definitely.
I'll hopefully have more stories from them young people.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I hope you enjoy your wee pool party tomorrow. Syphilis soup.
You know it, love. Syphilis soup with the archers. Delighted.
Enjoy. Thanks again for coming on. I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
See you later.
Take it easy.